Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today we're looking at the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, and verse 1. And the scriptures that I'm using today is from BibleHub.com. The title of today's presentation is Let Us Lay Aside Every Weight That Hinders Us or Clings So Closely to Us. I'll start with New International Version. It says, Therefore, after all this, and just before this chapter 12, the book of Hebrews chapter 11 has been talking about faith and the heroes of faith. And now, as a continuation of that, therefore, it says, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, we have a cloud of witness. We have a lot of people that are counting on us, that are encouraging us, that are glued, looking at our every move. It's like we're a reality show for them. They are invested in us. They are interested in our success. As such a great cloud of witnesses, then we should throw away everything that hinders us, everything that will make us not become successful, everything that hinders us, and the sin that so closely entangles us. That means there is some kind of sin that we have a natural affinity to. But those kinds of sin entangles us. We fall into that sin again and again. It's almost like we don't really have a resistance against those kind of sin. It says it so easily entangles us. For some of us, that sin has become part of us, and we have accepted that as our weakness, as part of who we are. And we think that we cannot do anything about it, or God will understand, or we want people to overlook it or to understand that that's our weakness. That's our pain in the flesh, like what Paul was talking about. They easily entangles us. And let us run with perseverance the race that's set ahead of us. So that shows that there is a race that we need to run. God has called us into a race, and we need to run with perseverance. Some people think that when they become Christians, everything is going to be okay and everything will turn for good immediately. And yet, the Bible wants us to persevere, to be patient, to trust in God, to hope in God, to put our confidence in God and wait on Him, trust in Him at all times, when things are working out for us, and even when things are not working out for us. We have to run this race. And yet, we have some things that we need to throw off because they will make us inefficient in this race. It's going to entangle us and keep on tripping us so that we try to run the race and yet we're not making any progress. In New Living Translation, it says that we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses. Let us therefore strip off so we can take off and throw away. It's almost like this sin, we don't need it to be part of us. We don't need to be defined by it. We need to strip it off and throw it away because it slows us down, especially the sin that easily trips us, so that we can run with endurance the race that God has for us. Sometimes we are asking, I want to know what's the will of God, what's the plan of God, what's the perfect will of God. God has a race for us, and we need to run with endurance, and we can only do that if we lay aside the weight that easily clings on us. In the Berean Standard Bible, it says, throw off encumbrance. So this is something that hinders us, that blocks our progress, that makes us to keep on going around in circles. Thank you very much for listening. If you'd like to get more of this, please subscribe. Thank you.